All right, guys, we are going to work out together. Woo! So happy Sunday. I know I've been promising to do these videos, but I've been like super sick and the flu is killing everyone in New York. Not really, but kind of. And I've had a lot of crazy things going on, and there's no excuses. I should have sent these videos to you guys. So you're going to get a bunch of videos of me this week, and you can have them, keep them forever. There's also a bunch of wall workouts on my YouTube channel. I'll link those in with this. All you're going to need is a mat, a pillow, and a resistance band. And that is what we are going to do today. It's going to be a short, hardcore, full body, 35 minute workout. So I have my phone with me, I have my mat. I'm not using a pillow, I'm using a ball. So if you guys have a ball at home, great. If not, you can just take a pillow, fold it in half. It's gonna be the same thing. We're just providing a little bit of extra support for our bodies. If you don't have a resistance band, totally cool as well. If you have dumbbells at home, you can use those. I think most of you have a resistance band. But if not, you can do all of these exercises without the resistance band. I'll give you some modifications. Mostly, it's going to be a full body killer of a day. Make sure you have your water handed to you. I'm going to keep going. And remember that I'm working out with you too and also talking a lot. I'm going to go through some of the exercises that were in the video and also some of the exercises that you're going to see in this last week. Yeah, let's get started. I'm also going to talk, sorry, that was like, I should have said let's get started and then get on my mat. But I am going to talk through some modifications, so stay with me. And our 30 minutes starts now. Let's do it. Okay. I also have to make sure I have my phone on me so like I don't actually go over 30 minutes. 3:15. Welcome, and it's so sunny out today. So this is my apartment. Hi, woo! I'm exploring plant options. Yay! So I have on my mat. I'm also in like dark colors, and my mat is dark, so I didn't really plan that very well. But we're gonna start with an ab series today. You're gonna take your pillow or your ball, whatever you have handy, and you're gonna tuck it right underneath your lower back. So it should be right. There's like that little crevice in your back. It's going to go right there. We're going to put our arms, open our elbows nice and wide, neck nice and long. And we're going to start with 20 crunches. I want you to think about going up on the diagonal. Up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keeping those elbows open. 9, 10. We go for 10. 9. Nice long neck. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now open up that back on your pillow. You should have a nice big gap here, which is good. It's opening up our rib cages. Don't worry, we're not done with abdominals. We're going to curl it up. Again, checking our placement of our ball, keeping our chest nice and open, right on our lower back area. Opening our arms, shoulders distant apart, knees, hips width apart, and we're just going to twist. Center and twist. Up and twist. From our abdominals, twist. And up. So we're not just taking our arms sideways. Bringing our whole body. And twist. And up. And twist. And center, staying up on those high up on our sit bones. And twist. And up. And twist. And up. We go for 10. And up. 9. 8. Nice job, guys. 7. Twisting from those lower abdominals. For 6. 5. Breathing. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Sitting up nice and tall. Stretch that chest open up. Good. Taking that ball, we're now going to place it kind of like right at our bra line. So put that pillow, fold that pillow in half, and tuck it right underneath our bra line. keeping our arms at shoulders distance apart, kind of lean on the pillow. We're going to keep our arms here, so we're not just going to move our arms. We're going to crunch up. Your hand is going to touch the outside of your knee and back and up. Coming all the way up. Twisting just a little bit to get those obliques working. I should have used a pillow because my ball is rolling away. Good. And twist. And good. So we're getting those obliques and those abdominals with the crunch up and the twist. Keeping our arms shoulders distance apart. We're going to go for 10 more. Breathing. 7, 6, and to the outside of your knee. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Sitting up nice and tall. We can remove, actually let's do one more with our pillow and or our ball. I'm not going to use it a lot, but it's just going to be there as a mental thing. You're actually going to tuck it right underneath your tailbone. I'm kind of sitting on it just a little bit. It's just going to help me sit up in my boat position here. Yeah? So it's ever so slightly tucked under. Sitting up nice and tall, reaching those arms out, bringing those legs up to tabletop. We're going to go for a toe tap on your right, toe tap on your left, double toe tap down, and coming back up. To our right, to our left, double, and up. To our right, to our left, double, and up. To our right, to our left, double, and up. Opening that chest. To our right, to our left, double, and up. Growing from the tailbone, shooting out of the top of your head, double, and up. We go for 3. Tap, double. 2 more. Tap, and double. Last one, we go right and left, double tap, and relax. Sitting up, removing that ball. Just threw it on my couch, do you with your pillows. I'm going to adjust my camera a little bit. Hi. Great. Okay, coming back down, we are going to work on our planks. So a lot of you have asked questions about planks. Just as far as format, arm strength, holding a plank, yada, yada, yada. What's most important is that we're pulling up in our abdominals and we're not letting our plank sink into our lower back. Yeah, so our lower back should not be affected by our planks at all. Our lower back is supported from our abdominals. So all those ab exercises that we just did, those are great to do every single day, especially if we have those lower back problems. So when we do our plank, keeping our butt almost like, if you think about it, a little bit higher. I know when we get tired, it starts to sag, but thinking about keeping that nice diagonal line from the tip of your head all the way down to your toes. So we're just going to start with a forearm plank. We're going to put our arms down. I choose to clasp my hands in front of me. You can do however you please. Coming into our plank. So my butt's not way up here, but it's also not sinking down here. This is so much stress on your lower back. But I'm thinking diagonal or a straight line. I guess when we're doing an elbow plank, think more of a straight line. Looking right in between my hands. We're going to open our legs. We're going to go right, left, opening to the outside of your mats, and in, right, left. Switching on and off. So you go left, right, and right, left, right, left. Good. Kind of like we're marching, pulling up in those abdominals. And breathing. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and right, left. Good. Trying not to move our hips along with it. So this should not be happening. Holding everything nice and still. We're going to go for 5 more. 2, and 1. Release those knees and coming back to a child's pose. Stretching that back out. You know, it's really important when you're coming out of an exercise to consciously think about how you're coming out of it. So we were just doing this forearm plank and I was done. I didn't just like, oh, you know, that's doing exact opposite of what we just worked on. We just supported our lower back and then we literally just sank into the floor. So I always like to put my knees down first whenever I'm doing a plank, coming back into a safe position. Good, we're going to take it up a notch. We're going to go to our full plank. I'm going to take a second to talk about our plank form, and then we're going to add some feet. Let me grab some water. I also lost my voice last week because I was teaching too much. Remind me to tell you guys about a project I've been using. Okay, so we're going to come to our full plank. What I think is really important in our plank position is what I call pushing out of our armpits. So really pushing that floor away and almost thinking of like a concave feeling in our chest, yeah? So if you tap your sternum, think about pushing away from your sternum, like there's this force coming straight up. Yeah, so I'm really active in my upper body. Then you just plug your legs in. Yeah, so again, keeping the head on the spine, not letting it drop here. And also, this isn't good either. It hurts so much. So opening those armpits, not letting our shoulders sink in here. This is a lot of what happens, is that there's a sinking feeling. And it actually, one, really hurts your shoulders. Coming from one that had shoulder surgery, it hurts. Don't do it. So pushing out of your arms also activates a lot more muscles in your shoulders and your arms, pushing away from the floor. So I'm going to give you a second to find that position. Your butt's not too high, there's no curve in our back, and our butt is not dripping low, pushing out of the floor. And we're going to hold it here for 30 seconds. Active weight in the fingertips, pushing out of our heels. Double checking that our hands, our wrists are in line with our elbows are in line with our shoulders. We're not over the top or sinking back. Everything's right in line. Pulling up in those abdominals. I'm going to go for 10 more seconds. Breathing. Good. Drop the knees back into child's pose. Don't worry, we have more planks coming. Good. Coming back into this full plank, our legs are going to now jump out and in. Really using your mat as, you know, like a map. So your feet aren't going kind of crazy. I've discovered that with clients. Once their feet are behind them and I ask them to do something, they kind of like lose what their legs are doing. So use your mat. You know, you're going to jump to the outside, bring your feet together, outside, in. We're going to do 15 of them. I'm going to explain this ahead of time because, hello, I am doing it as well. And this is not like some vocal dub over, you know, so like counting and doing this all at the same time is very tiring. So here we go. Coming into our plank position, starting with our legs together. We're going to go for 15, keeping that pushing out of our chest feeling. Here we go. Out and in. 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Dropping those knees. Coming back into a child's pose. Nice job, guys. Okay, we're going to do this arm series in our plank that I have found to be kind of challenging. I'm going to move my mat around a little bit just so that you can see everything. So in our plank position, we're going to work on our single arm stability as well as our abdominal stability and breathing. So in our plank position, this is what our arms are going to do. We're just going to lift one to our ear and down. Opposite arm to the side like an airplane, to the side. And this is the tricky one. Your arm is going to come down and touch your thigh, and up, down and touch your thigh. And then we're going to reverse it. So it's going to go thigh, thigh, side, side, up to our ears, up to our ears. And we're going to do it 4 times. So all the way around and back, and all the way around and back. Yeah? Really think about that core. Don't let it hang out. Zip everything in. And pushing out of those armpits. This is hard. I'm not going to lie to you. It is hard. It's still hard. And I do it all the time. So here we go. Coming into that plank position. You can separate your feet to hips distance apart. And as you get your balance, you can work your way in. Another way to do this is dropping those knees, picking those hands up, and you can do the same thing. Yeah? So coming up to our plank or going to our knees. Here we go. Lifting 1 and down. 2 and down. To the side. Side. Back. Touching our thigh and back. Reverse. We go back and down. Back and down. Pushing out of that arm. Good. To the front. Good. We're going to go one more time around. Here we go. Front. And front. And side. Notice how I'm not moving my hips with it. Keeping everything nice and still. Good. Reverse. Back. And back. Breathing. Side. And side. Front. And front. Good. Dropping to those knees. Hanging out in child's pose. Beautiful. Now these next ones might look a little familiar. If you go to yoga, they're called dolphins. Or like this is dolphin pose, but yeah, we're going to do a little bit of a dolphin. So we're going to put our forearms down on the ground in a triangle position. Interlace your fingers up on top here. So to measure this out, come to your hands and knees. And then just come down to your elbows and interlace your fingers. Tuck your toes under. And what we're going to do, I'm going to demonstrate first, is we're going to push up to a down dog. We're going to try and get our head in between our elbows. And we're going to come back down with our knees just hovering off the ground. Pushing back and coming in. We're going to do 15 of those. Really think about these are going to open up those armpits. Thinking about pushing our arms back. Here we go. And obviously scooping up in our abdominals. This should be, your abdominals should be on fire. By the end of this, they should be pulling up the entire time. Okay, here we go. Finding this position. Starting in our, what is this? I don't know, quadruped, I guess. Elbows going down. Interlocking those hands. Tucking those toes. Here we go for 15. Sticking that butt way up for 1, 2, 3, 4. Scooping in those bellies. Good. 10 more. We go for 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. Pushing out of your armpits for 4. 3. 2. And 1. Good. Down to your knees. Relax. Shake out those arms. Woo. Good. Last thing on our hands and knees, and then we're going to flip over and do some bridges. Is that we are going to be in our quadruped, and we're just going to take some cat-cows, opening that chest, starting with our abdominals curving in. Opening up our chest, dropping our abdominals, Curling in with our abdominals coming up into that cat. Remember these positions. We're going to use them in a second. And for as like vulgar as this is going to sound, when we come into this cow position, think about your butt cheeks separating. I know it's really graphic and I'm sorry. And in. Coming back to a neutral spine. All right, we're going to take this up a notch. Who knew that this could be so hard by one simple thing? Tucking your toes under, lifting your knees an inch, just an inch. Not moving your knees so they're not coming up and down. And we're taking this cat-cow, opening and curling it. And opening, curling in. Good. For 3. Knees are staying up off the ground. 2. Last one, opening up. Curving it in. Dropping those knees. Tucking back. Nice, guys. All right. Coming around to lay on our back. Grabbing our resistance band. Now all of this you can do without a resistance band. But if you have one, go for it. Checking on our time. Wow, this goes by really fast. I think because I talk too much, but alas, we'll get to standing in no time. Okay, if you have your elastic band, your resistance band, it's gonna go across your hip bones. Your arms are gonna stay active on the ground, pushing down on the ground. Give me a second, I'm actually gonna turn on my overhead light. I don't know if that actually did anything, but hopefully you can see me a little bit better. So it's gonna go over our hips. Our arms are gonna stay pushing into the ground. So the idea is to make this a little bit harder. So your arms aren't coming up with your hips, pushing down into the ground. We're gonna do 20 glute bridges. If you really want to target that glute, you can flex your feet, but we already have the resistance band on. So pushing down and your hands on the resistance band, we're going up and down. Rolling through the spine, not to just punch up and punch down. Good. Keeping those knees where they are so they're not wobbling. We're going to go for 10 more. Opening those shoulder blades. 10. 9. 8. 7. Squeezing those glutes. 5. Pushing down in your arms. 5 more. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Good. Relax. Hug those knees in your chest. Don't push that band very far because we're going to do single leg, 10 on each leg. Lifting one leg, squeezing our resistance band, pushing down on those hands. 10 on one leg. Here we go for 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3, 2, hold it up there. We're going to pulse. Pulse, pulse, pulse. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding it up there, switching legs. Good, here we go. 10 on the other side. For 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Holding it up there, we pulse. Pulse. Up, 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 up. Or 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that foot down, relax your pelvis. Get rid of the band, hug those knees into our chest. Rock and roll, which is just this little bug. And we're gonna rock all the way to our hands and feet. Bending our knees a lot, stretching out that lower back, rolling up slowly as we come to standing. Let me adjust my camera so that you can see everything that is about to happen. Do, 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 do. All right, hello, welcome to standing. All right, standing on the back of the mat. This is called a warm-up burpee, aka it doesn't include the jumping. So we're gonna roll down, walk out to a plank, one push-up, walk our hands back, stand up. Yeah, this is just a warm-up. Don't go crazy. Working on our push-ups. Again, not sinking in our lower back, going where you feel comfortable, pushing the floor away, yeah? Standing up nice and tall. Here we go, we're rolling down, walking our hands out, one push up, walking our hands back, rolling up, rolling down, hands out, push up, walking back, rolling up, rolling down, walking out, pushing up, walking back, rolling up, rolling down, walking out, pushing up. Good. We're going to do 3 more of these. Good. Feel free to bend your knees as you roll up. All right, 2 more. Last one. Ooh-doo-doo. Beautiful. How are we feeling? Pulling out those arms a little bit because we are going to go into our push-up side plank, which I believe all of you have been working on. We're only going to do 10 or 5 to each side. You guys got this. They've been in your workouts. The most important thing is keeping those feet glued together, yeah? All right, coming down to our plank. Push-up position. Again, that caved out, hollow body. Here we go. Push up to the side. Pushing up to the side. Nice. Remember, pushing a push-up is only as much as you can make it. It's only go as far. So this is all you got? Great. Build up to it. You know, if you just have this plank, holding a plank, 3, 2, 1, and switch. 3, 2, 1, and switch. More than welcome to, yeah? Or add that push-up in if we're feeling ambitious. We're going to do 4 more. Squeezing those abdominals. Good. Last 2. Last 1. Holding in our plank. Walking our hands back. Rolling all the way up. How was that, guys? It wasn't too bad. Great. Grabbing a resistance band. Again, if you don't have a resistance band, that's fine. Use some dumbbells. Got about 10 minutes left of this workout. Let's see what we can get done. So we're going to do this arm series. I highly suggest doing this arm series every single day. Literally life-changing. It'll open up your chest, tone those arm muscles, pulling up on those abdominals always. Here we go. So stepping on our band, or if we're working with dumbbells, holding our dumbbells down low. I call these your cinnamon buns. Let me come closer. So this part of your hand, this is your cinnamon bun. Because it looks like a cinnamon bun, and also I teach too many kids. So stepping on our band again. Our cinnamon buns are going to be facing out. So for you, facing the camera. or, facing me if you're, hey, doing this with me. Shoulders are gluing back and down. Elbows are going to be glued to our side. And we're just going to do some bicep curls. So bending these arms, keeping our shoulders back and down, pulling up in our lower abdominals. Good, we're going to do 20. 10 more. We go for 10. 9, 8, 7. No tweaking in the wrist either. Keep our forearms nice and still. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, and relax. I also need to point out that with the resistance band, the object of it, the whole point of a resistance band is the resistance. So that goes for the resistance out as well as the resistance in. You're using two different muscles. For example, when we do these bicep curls, you're using this resistance for your bicep, but on the release, you're using your tricep muscles on the way down as well as your biceps. So whenever you're using a resistance band, the in part is just as important as the out part. All right. Now, these are 2 arm exercises, again, with our resistance band that you've been doing, on your program. I'm going to add one more in, and it's literally the smallest change. So again, thinking about these cinnamon buns of your hands, these ones. So if you're holding a band, it looks like this. Yeah? So stepping on the center of our band. Our cinnamon buns are going to be facing up towards the ceiling. I also like to stick my thumbs out for this, just so you're aware of where your body is. Shoulder blades back and down. Our arms are going to come out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice, guys. And always think about being in this skinny hallway. So I'm pulling up in my abdominals. My arms are going straight out to the side. They're not out here. They're not out here. My chest isn't sticking out. My butt's not sticking out. Yeah? So everything is coming. I'm in this super skinny hallway. Great. 10 of those. Now, simply just rotating our hands, our cinnamon buns are going to be facing out towards me or towards the camera, in my case. So, in other words, the top of our hand or our knuckles are going to be going towards the ceiling, working a whole other part of our arm. We're going to do 10. Or 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, pulling down and back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, and relax those arms. Shake it out. Our last arm series is working on these pecs. So we're going to hold our band right out in front of us. And again, you can do this with dumbbells too. Holding it right out in front of us, pretty close together. Yeah? Right out at eye level. And we're going to open. 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 We're going to go for 20. Good. Keeping those shoulders down. Good. We're going to do 10 more. 10. So don't let this happen. Yeah, keeping them down. Go for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Shake it out. All right, last thing with our band today is we're going to do some squats. Everyone's favorite. So holding really low on the band. These squats, we're going to keep our feet just a little bit further than your hip. Our toes are going to be pointed out. Just so this is hip distance, just a hair bigger than hip distance. Shoulders are going to be down, sitting back and low in that chair, and all the way up. Pushing those hips forward on our way up. back and down, hips forward, squeezing those glutes. Good. Do 20. Breathing. Good, 10 more. Go for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, relax, get rid of this band. You're done with that. Next squats, we're going to do our goblet squats, or I call them goddess squats because why not? We're going to take a nice wide stance. Toes are out. Arms are going to come together in a prayer position, or actually just any sort of grasp that you can apply pressure to, pushing those hands together. We're going to come all the way down in between our legs. Our elbows are going to tap our knees and coming all the way up. So unlike other squats where we're sticking our butt out, we're going to come down, center of our legs, touch our elbows, and push all the way up. We're going to do 15 of these. Elbows to knees, and up. Again, pushing through those glutes, pulling up in our front. Yeah, using these hands, push. Those are my knees, I'm sorry. Right down in between your legs. 10 more. Five, 4, pulling up. 3, 2, 1. Good, and relax. That's it for squats, so yay. We're going to do a lunge series, and then I'm going to talk you through some stretches, but I'm going to leave that up to you guys. Yeah, so we're going to do some lateral bounds, keeping our chest up, feet starting together, stepping all the way out, keeping this leg nice and straight, using that active leg to push back to our spot. Sorry, excuse me. Our chest is staying up, so don't let it drop with you. Keep it up, stick that tush out, pushing all the way up. Yeah, we're going to do 10. 8. Good. 7. Push. 6. 5. Obviously, all of this can be done with a weight. Holding in your hands. Good. Last 2. Last 1. Good. Next lunges are forward lunges. We're not taking a super big step out so that this happens. This should not be what our step looks like. Yeah, we want to stay on our leg. Yeah, not too big. We're going to do alternating 10. Here we go. 10. 9. Notice how I'm staying pulled up right in between my legs. My back knee is tapping down. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Good, right leg's gonna come out into our lunge. Make it a little bit bigger than we just did. I'm gonna sink nice and low. I'm gonna straighten both legs out at the same time. Coming back down. We'll go for 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Beautiful. Coming back together. Switching our legs a little bit wider than we just did. Coming all the way down for 10. 9. 8. 7. 6, 5, 4, making sure we're pulling up on that back leg, 3, 2, 1. Good. Coming back together and relax. Good. So I'm going to go through some active stretching for you. That pretty much concludes our warm-up. We did a little bit of core, activated those glutes, got those arms involved, did our legs, touched a little bit on everything, you know? And if we're going to do short 30-minute workouts, if I wasn't blabbing so much, it would just be you. And it would be 20 to 30 minutes, and you can do that on a regular basis, yeah? It's going to be great for you. So I'm going to take you through some active stretching. This is what I really like to do with my clients, and that you should do in general. I don't like going directly into just static stretching, is like where we're just sitting, because our body is still going, it's still moving. So I like to do active stretching where we're going to go through position. It's going to kind of be like a flow, almost if we were in yoga class. Yeah. So we're going to roll down from our head. We're going to step forward on our right foot, kind of coming into a runner's lunge. Breathing for a second, rolling back, coming forward into our runner's lunge. This is great for, your hamstrings, hip flexors, all of that. Just coming back and forth. You can add this flex in your front foot. Breathing. So, breathing in and out. Breathing in to switch. Out when you get there. Breathing in to switch. Out when you get there. In to switch. Out when you get there. Good. In to switch. Out when you get there. One more. In to switch. Out when you get there. Good. Pulling up into down dog. In to go down. Out to go up. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bringing that left foot forward. Here we go. Into switch. Exhale when you get there. 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 It's hard to do this and talk. Into switch. Exhale when you get there. 2 more. Into switch. Exhale when you get there. Last one. Good. Bringing our foot back to our plank. We're going to do a 10-second lower. Going down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Pushing up into our down dog. And rolling through our spine. Sweeping up. And rolling down. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Keeping our shoulders away from our ears. Exhale. Stretching our arms out to a T. This one's a little silly, but I swear it feels great. Lifting our left leg, bringing it behind and across our body. We're going to take 4 arm circles, going back and down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stretching our arms back into a T, putting our foot down, stretching our other foot all across our body. 4 arm circles. We're going to go for 4. For 3. Wow, nope, I said 5. Anyway. 2. 1. And coming back to a T. Good. Pushing back into our child's pose. Walking our hands to the left. I always start with my non-dominant side. Feeling the stretch from our fingertips to our foot. Walking our hands to the other side. And walking your hands forward, taking some weight in your hands, rocking back into like this frog squat thing. But keeping the weight in our hands so that we feel that stretch in our Achilles. Letting our head hang heavy. We're actually going to grab the back of our ankles. And this isn't about flexibility, this is about opening up our lower back. So you want to drop your head as much as you can. You're going to straighten our legs as much as you can without activating our hamstrings too much. So my knees stay really bent. Our chest should almost be on top of our thighs. And I want you to really pull your head through your legs. Should feel great, opening up the lower back. Good. Then you can put your hands on the ground, straighten your legs for a nice hamstring stretch. You can interlace your fingers if you want, behind your back. Good. Bending those knees, rolling up through each vertebrae, letting your head be the last thing to come up. And relax. We are all done. That was awesome, guys. I'm super proud of you. Thank you so much for joining me today. I don't know what's happening with my computer right now. Hi, there you are. And I'll see you guys soon. Okay, bye.